Hey, hey guys. Ooh, I got the flash on. I don't know why, but thought I'd just do this. Thought I'd just do this real quickly. I got about 8 minutes or less. But I gave my brief thoughts on this, and in passing, I was talking about the doing the recent live stream of the basically what's going on, if you will. Kind of gave my thoughts on it, but I thought I'd give my thoughts a little bit more on something that is going to be debuting real soon at NXT Takeover New Orleans. Basically, a lot of people are wondering, because here's the hypocrisy, if you will, about the fan base, about wrestling in general. Wrestling fans in general. They want something, and when they finally get it, it's not what they want. But we should be glad at least we're getting something. I mean, I understand that with WWE right now, it's kind of like up and down. It's like, you take a look at Braun Strowman, and a lot of people are wondering, why the heck is Braun going up against the Bar at Mania in essentially a 2-on-1 handicap match for the Tag Team Championship? And again, we don't really know that. I mean, it has been done before in wrestling, and maybe, according to sources, Vince McMahon is intrigued by the idea of, hey, let's get a singles, let's experiment with a singles run, or let's experiment with an individual tag team champion. In other words, someone that defends the belts by himself. He probably seen it happen before in other promotions or heard about it and probably thought, hey, that sounds interesting. I wouldn't put it past WWE to try that because, they want to try to be different. They want to try to show that, hey, they can be different, that they can be a bit original so that they're not always complacent. So I think Braun Strowman, getting a run with the Tag Team Championships may be a good idea. And it might just help revitalize the Tag Team division on Raw. Even if they're going to start doing dual pay-per-views all year round, it'll help revive the Tag Team scene a little bit on Monday Night Raw. Because then, in a sense, you'll have to have people form tag teams and all that to, try to take the belts off of Strowman. I mean, basically the storyline could there be any potential tag teams out there that can take these belts away from this one man? Or is he greater than any tag team? So we'll see. I mean, obviously we know Vince is not totally a fan of tag team wrestling, so if he's got to utilize the tag team belts, this might be a way of doing it. Another thing, of course, is the whole Nia Alexa thing. People are wondering, how is it going to happen? Well, we got our answer, and, I will admit one of the more entertaining segments last night was that kind of GTV style like segment with Mickey and Alexa not knowing and realizing that the boom mic was on them. Because usually when you have a segment where you see them talking and the camera's on them, they basically make it look like you can't hear them because the boom mic's not on, in case they gotta have an interview. But in this case, the boom mic was on. Now the question is, how are they gonna play this up till Mania? My guess is going to be they're going to have Alexa probably come out next Monday, apologize before her match with Asuka, and say she is so sorry for what she said. She apologizes. She doesn't know what she was thinking. She'll probably try to put the blame on Mickey, and essentially we're probably either going to get that we're still going to get that one-on-one Raw Women's Championship match, or we're going to get a three-way triple threat match for the tag team titles. That's how I look at it possibly going down. Another thing as well so we'll see what happens. Another thing as well is we got the announcement of the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal. I know some people have felt that that's kind of like awkward, that you're making it, well, it's not awkward because it was rumors they were going to do a women's battle royal, kind of like a memorial battle royal for the women, kind of like they're doing with the Andre one for the men. So it just kind of is like, okay, what are you going to do? It's like, who is it going to be dedicated to? And it's the Fabulous Moolah, because you got the Mae Young Classic. It's only natural that Moolah gets something. But what's funny is a lot of people have come out and said, why would you want to dedicate something at your biggest show of the year to someone that essentially hoard her students out for money or something? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they work with that going forward. I also want to talk about real quickly, and I talked about this in my live stream a couple days ago. I want to talk about the announcement that, of course, right now there's talk of a Cruiserweight Tag Team Division Tag Team Championship going to be happening after Mania. And we'll get into that more as we get closer to that. I'm sure a lot of people will talk about that. But I want to talk about mostly the announcement of the fact that we're getting like I said at the beginning, a mid-card championship, an intercontinental U.S. title-like championship in NXT with the North American title. And like I said, it's kind of weird to take a look at the hypocrisy here, because it's more along the lines of fans have been asking for a mid-card championship, and NXT kind of equal it out with the other brands. And yet when you finally get the announcement it's going to happen, you crap all over it, or you find it awkward, or it just doesn't sound right. Just be glad you're getting a mid-card championship. I mean, I understand people have been wanting a television title in some shape or form in the WWE, and that could still potentially happen. But again, be glad you're at least getting a mid-card championship of some kind in NXT, and it's being competed for in a ladder match at TakeOver the night before Mania, with some new NXT talent and as well as some currently established talents. So just be glad you're getting one, and that's the way I look at it. And who knows, the North American Championship, that might be something to look forward to. That might be the workhorse championship that outshines the NXT championship. Who's to say it won't be? So that's all I'm going to say on it. All I'm going to say on the recent news out of WWE over the past 24 hours and such. Let me know what you guys think down below. I got to clock into work, and I'll talk to y'all later.